Andrew woke up with a start. He knew what had happened and his heart sank. The sound of shattering downstairs did the same to his nerves. It had come. After weeks of watching and stalking him, the creature had decided to break in. The patio doors, made completely out of glass, provided with the perfect endurance. Andrew May lay in bed in blackness, illuminated only by the small amount of light that the moon provided for the space between the curtains. He had listened for the creature to see if he was inside, praying that everything would be silent. The terrifying cracking of glass under its feet confirmed the worst fear. It had finally made its way to his home. With its crushing realization, Andrew, now shaking, grabbed his titanium baseball bat and crept downstairs, deeper into the darkness. He was determined to confront this thing once and for all, secretly hoping that it would run away when it saw him, as it normally did. Andrew stood at the bottom of the stairs, listening again. At first, all he heard was the cracking of glass under the creature's feet. Then, for the first time, Andrew heard it, breathing heavily as his throat was blocked again by Pilgrim. The hideous monster, snarled and clicked, gradually getting closer to Andrew. Now out of the kitchen, the creature was finally off of the glass. It walked almost silently now, strangely more agile than it looked, especially considering how clumsily it ran away. Andrew realized that he needed what he needed to do. He grabbed his weapon tighter and froze, unable to move. He knew he was in and tried to attack it, but he just couldn't. Its teeth, its eyes, its skin, they were human, not quite. It was in the living room now and edging closer by the second, yet Andrew was still too terrified to move. Even if it didn't have arms, this creature was an embodiment of terror to Andrew. Andrew stood at the bottom of the stairs, shaking. He heard the creature getting ever closer. The sickening sound of distorted breathing amplified the almost pitch-black darkness. It was nearly at him now. He had one chance to kill it, and he wasn't going to waste it. The creature stepped into the doorway in the stairs. Andrew was hidden just to the left. He swung at full force, hitting the thing in the chest with a bat. It staggered back, then stopped and looked at Andrew, its tiny wild eyes staring into his soul. Andrew felt a deep fear, unlike anything he had ever experienced. The creature then let out a gurgle hiss, burying all of its sickness, deformed teeth in the process. It kicked Andrew in the gut, winding him. He fell to the floor in pain, unable to breathe, then rolled onto his back and scuffed up against the wall just behind him. The creature watched him until he had reached the wall, at which point he walked towards him and looked down at him as if it were judging him. Lying there helpless, it then stamped on its shin, snapping the bone. Tears began to stream from Andrew's eyes. The pain was so intense he thought he was going to vomit. Andrew, now incapacitated, nowhere to go and no way to fight. The creature placed its foot on his stomach, pressing down, ripping into his flesh with its long, dirty toenails. With the creature's foot now completely inside his stomach, Andrew started to cough up blood. Tears streamed down his face. He passed out from the pain and then passed away. The creature loomed over what was now his bloody corpse. It descended its face toward Andrew's, then tore away a bloody piece of flesh from his chin, dislocating one side of his jaw in the process. The creature continued to tear and eviscerate Andrew's corpse until everything it could stomach before it devoured. It then left, calmly, silently, with pure and deep hatred in his heart. It departed the same way it came, through the broken patio doors.
What's up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here. I want to appreciate you all for tuning into this video, and I do appreciate you guys supporting my video by giving this video likes and stuff. If you really enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new, ring the bell for notifications to when I upload so that way you guys will get updated for whenever I upload. If you want to follow me on Twitter or DeviantArt, feel free to leave a follow on those if you are interested in following me on those socials. If you want to support my backup channel, known as Ms. Dark Shigo, feel free to subscribe to it, as a link to that will also be in the About page section. And with that being said, and that being the case, thank you so much for watching, my pretties, and as always, please stay pretty.